the Beautiful, sung by Route 66. Just made it to Mama's Minerals. Look at that. That is one big geode. Look at that. It's a big sandstone slab. Sandstone, like absolutely love it. It's gorgeous. Little bookends. Look at these. They're so pretty. The color of this is just stunning. Look at that up there. It's so pretty. That one there. The patterns on there. This is probably one of my favorite pieces too. So pretty. Their little chrysocolla or chrysocolla and turquoise section. Then obsidian, which I have a bunch of this mahogany obsidian. I found it leaving. Where were we? Oh look, coal. Actual coal. But I found this obsidian leaving Death Valley. Love this lapis lazuli. Look at that. That is just one beautiful piece right there. That blue on the top. It's stunning. And then here's a different quality. So this one's a little bit more polished up. And then here's the back. Quite heavy. There's some turquoise. I have stuff like this at home that I found at a mine, well actually right outside of a mine. There's some quartz, amethyst, citrine, little pieces of amethyst. Super tiny. It's always nice when you're out rock hounding or rock hunting and you find this stuff yourself. I mean, it's cool to come in and see what people have found, like this amazonite. That's really neat. But when you find it yourself, it's like a whole different story, just more exciting, you know. Black tourmaline. Always look for sandstone, little pieces of sandstone. That's not, but that's really pretty. They're all different from each other. Most pieces of stone are, but sandstone always has some very unique patterns. I love this right here. Petrified wood. We're going to the Petrified Wood Forest, I think tomorrow, so you guys will get to see some really neat stuff out there. Some more stabilized turquoise, which see, look at that. I have a ton of pieces like this, and to stabilize it you kind of need to send it off because you work with a lot of different chemicals. Like I love this right there. That's really nice. It's got some pyrite in it. This one's from Mexico. Indian soapstone. That's funny. And of course, rose quartz. I love it. It's really nice. And some more lapis. Look at that one. I would definitely not attempt to pick that, but look at how gorgeous that piece is. It's just huge. And you can see the pyrite in there too, all throughout. Really nice. I love this. Look at that right there. That is so pretty. That one back there is gorgeous too. Some really, really beautiful pieces. Love this. This one's gorgeous too. Look how clear those points are. So pretty. Really pretty smoky quartz pieces. Yep. And then one more thing I want to show you. Look at that. Actually, two more things, but look, it's a double pointed quartz crystal. This thing is huge. Goodness. There's a big one too. Look at that. Love the crystals on here. They're so big. This is just to tell you how big they are. Alright, hope you enjoyed this little tour of Mama's Minerals. I will catch you guys later. So where are we actually headed now?
To the camping spot.
We're going to a camping spot, and we're still going to be in New Mexico.
Right.
Yeah. We just left Albuquerque. Did I say that right? Albuquerque or Albuquerque?
Albuquerque.
Yeah, then I said it wrong. Here at El País, or actually it's called El Mal País. It's a national monument, but it is absolutely quiet, beautiful, gorgeous, and so serene. I literally was just on the edge over there, and a bug scared me half to death. I was so close to the edge, and I was just doing a little video, like a minute of silence, and right at the end of the video this massive bug flies right by my ear. The thing was so loud, you can actually hear it in the video. But this is where we're camping tonight, so if you guys are interested in traveling through New Mexico and you want to find places to camp that are free and really quiet, this is a great place. So I'll show you the other spot. That's a nice lookout point, but there's one over here that's really nice, and you can walk way out to the edge. I wouldn't advise you doing this with kids, or if you're not really confident that you can maintain good balance. But if you can, The views are incredible. There's like a little place where you can walk through. So you can go through there. You can just walk through all these boulders. There's a lot of glass out here. But it's a really fun place. You can climb wherever. Just be very careful. It's like a cave. So all this is like lava that has dried up. It's very easy to climb. So I made it to the top and I'm about to go sit over there in that little bucket seat. Go this way. Cannot go that way. We're scoping out the campground spot to see if there's a flat place to put the car. Looks like we may be going up to the top. Cool. I'm drinking my water because you have to stay hydrated out here, especially when there's 5% humidity. Here in the desert, you could get dehydrated. And we're up here now. Got a little grill, which we're probably not going to use. Well, actually, that's a pretty big grill. And then that's the little fire pit. Definitely don't think we'll need that tonight. No. We're going to put the bed down. We'll show you how we do that. Okay, so you got to take out this floor first. in case you missed what we just did, we have this wooden little flap. We actually just took all the seats out and we just put this piece of plywood down, and it's got a hinge right there, and then it just comes down, and we've got really, really great padding for the mattress part, just so that we don't add any more height, because it's nice where we have it, because you can actually sit up and not bump your head against the ceiling. And then we just put our sleeping bags down, and if it's cold, sometimes we get inside of them. Most of the time we're sleeping on top of them, but we sleep opposite, so he'll put his head here and I'll put my head over this way. We will also sleep with a little fan that's battery powered, and it runs for about 8 hours, which is great at night when you've got, 60 something degrees. Most of the time at night where we go, we try not to go anywhere that it's above 60 or 70, because that just gets a little uncomfortable. We have before, but I would not recommend that. This right here is a really, really great bag for if you want to keep ice for a long time. It's kind of a knockoff of the Yeti, but it works really well. You just have to be careful with the zipper up here. So we put basically like food that's already cooked, like hummus, things like that we want to just grab really quick and eat. We cook sometimes, so we've got this wooden flap thing that he attached here with some hinges. We've got 2 hinges, and then it comes up. We have a board that actually sits under this little nail, and then kind of sits on that little lip right there and holds this up. And we put our propane gas cooktop thing. We have this actual refrigerator. It's a Coleman, we just got it, and it plugs into the car, so while the car is running, it will cool 40 degrees under whatever your temperature in your car is. Nothing too fancy, but it works. And we just added that top little luggage. It's nice because I actually have a carry-on suitcase in there, plus a whole bunch of other things like snacks and just little odds and ends like tools and things like that we might need. We also carry a tarp with us. You can see some of my stuff in there. I make jewelry, so I've got like some jewelry supplies up there so I can travel and work at the same time. But we'll take that tarp and we'll kind of hook it up to the top of the car, and we'll slant it down to the ground. We can put that up, cook underneath it, and not get wet. And sometimes we do end up in campgrounds like this with a picnic table and a covering, which is really nice. Most of the time we're not. We're at like a BLM or something that wouldn't have these amenities. But I want to walk out here and see if I can catch the sunset, because it is absolutely gorgeous right now. The sun is starting to set. Flowers, they're so pretty. We call this the walking stick. But it's very spiky and it's blooming right now. Well, it's the next morning and I was gonna show you how to make coffee, but I have the next best thing, and that is watermelon juice. We want to finish off this huge bag of watermelon. It was all the way to the top, and now we just have that left. And it had all this juice in it, and I just was like, well, it's easy and it's available right now, so it's a good morning pick-me-up. Anyways, we got up probably around 9 or so. I got up a little earlier, but then I went back to sleep. It was perfect sleeping weather. Like I said last night, somewhere in the 60s, so it felt really nice. and pretty private, but it got hot really fast. So now we are getting all of our stuff ready to leave to go to the Petrified Wood Forest.